Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto News. Today we're going to be talking about Donald Trump auditing the Federal Reserve. Now, Donald Trump has been working extremely hard for the last 6 months. He's passed several bills, signed several different things. And even though the media's attempt has said that Donald Trump has probably been one of the worst presidents in history that we've had, in actuality, he's done more than any single president we've had in only the first 6 months. I know everyone says he's got to get impeached, he's going to be assassinated, but the reality is he's been doing a lot of work for the American people. Now, Trump and Congress are enforcing the true transparency that the GAO has required since the 1970s regarding the Federal Reserve. But the Federal Reserve does not want to have transparency. They don't want to allow an audit because they're just creating money out of their asshole for free for everybody just because they want to and they want to collect money on it. You don't believe me? Let's check out the video right now. That's actually from pretty much the head of the Federal Reserve. This woman decides whether or not something happens. And let's hear what she has to say right now.
Can you give me an example that would justify the lack of transparency?
Well, we don't have a lack of transparency.
You do. If you can't audit it, that's a lack of transparency.
So I regard the Federal Reserve as one of the most transparent central banks in the world.
That's a statement. What do you fear about the audit? Give me a real-time example.
So I think the FOMC needs a space in which it can have honest conversations and deliberate in real time about the decisions that we make without having political influence brought to bear in second-guessing decisions that we have made and opining on them, possibly with the idea of reversing them.
So that, we can discuss things in public that are sensitive, talk about national security. The Supreme Court does the same thing. Just give me one example, how it could hurt the Fed being transparent.
Because what you're talking about with the GAO are policy reviews.
Just, no, give me an example, not a general swipe of review. Just say, take, for example, this. If somebody said this, it would be horrible. It would be end of the world for the Fed. Give me an example like that.
So I would envision a situation where the GAO, at the request of members of Congress, might come in and say, at our meeting a week ago, they've taken the transcripts and reviewed what we said. They believe that the decision we made was the wrong one at that particular meeting. And I would say that's an extreme interference and politicization of our ability to make independent monetary policy decisions.
So you're telling me we shouldn't be transparent for the fear of being second-guessed or somebody criticizing you because they thought you were wrong. Yeah, do I get it?
What we're talking about is political interference in decision-making by the committee.
I don't see that. If it's after the fact, I don't see the interference in decision-making.
Well, I do, so I.
Well, give me an example.
I gave you an example.
Just give me one example of why they shouldn't have that transparency.
Well.
Okay, guys, as you can see, things got pretty heated. She could not give a proper example. Obviously, money is just flowing out there, and they don't have any means to show where the money is or who it's going to, let alone, not to mention, they're probably holding our TDA trust account, which they don't want to release to the entire world. So they don't want the audit. They don't want to have anyone looking at their books or their accounts or where the pennies go, where the pennies don't go. So just for reference on what Donald Trump has done as well, if you guys want to go to the link that I'm providing inside the description, it's going to be to the White House government site, and these show all of the signed legislations that have been already in effect by Donald Trump, and he's been very, very active and adamant on getting things done that he says he's going to do. And one of the things he says he's going to do is audit the Federal Reserve. And this is going to happen based on the GOP that was placed in 1970. That has never actually, no one's really actually audited the Federal Reserve, and this is officially going to happen for the first time in a very, very, very long time. Since the history of the Federal Reserve, it's never been audited. So this is a very exciting moment in history, and I just wanted to share that all with you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, and as always, take care. Bye-bye.